time. Like tears in rain.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien.
That's my job.
So,
that's my job, not your job. That's
Sorry.
my job.
Hi, guys. It is episode 13. Lucky number 13.
Yes.
Revenge of the Sis. I am Mersh, and of course, with me is.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Okay, no,
oh,
just-
sorry.
no,
I didn't.
you-
okay. Royce Lopez. Hi, everybody.
That's his name. That's the guy.
Don't wear it out.
That's the guy.
Oh, that's the high-level entertainment you will get on this show.
And broadcasting live to apparently only 10 people an episode, according to some of the people that
oh,
are
that's
streaming
right.
it
Some
out.
haters?
Some haters.
Hey-
Some people yelling at us. Yo, nobody listens to your show. I'm like, really? Because if you look at, I mean, I don't have to hide it.
Yeah.
Facebook doesn't hide it. If you actually look at some of the prior full episodes and the shorter clips, we're actually doing okay, buds.
Yeah, we're doing good.
We're doing okay, guys.
We're doing
So
good.
we're all right. Thanks. So broadcasting to actually thousands of people. Yeah, here we are, folks. Revenge of the Sis. Available on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, where you should be rating us right now. And yeah, we're here, episode 13, and we're gonna do commie talk tonight.
It's going to be fun.
Commie talk.
Because it's fun when stuff breaks, like, right before the show. Yesterday, we were talking about all the people, taking a knee and stuff. So let's go into that lightly first. Not only are football players...
Yeah, because my knees actually are pretty bad.
Not only are football players taking the knee, but the cast of Star Trek Discovery takes a knee after the show's premiere. The cast member of Star Trek Discovery was slammed by social media users Sunday after a photo of CBS show stars.
I believe this new show is called Star Trek Multicultural Vomit.
Correct. By the way, if you look at and I've seen both shows, and if you look at the critics' numbers on Rotten Tomatoes, the actual fan numbers, Orville is a way better. And by the way, I'm not a big, I like Seth MacFarlane stuff like American Dad and stuff, but he can get annoying. But it's actually, if you read the reviews of Orville, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but Orville's trying to be an entertaining show in
Correct.
space. It's trying to be like a galaxy quest.
Right.
This, I'm calling it now, and I've said it before. This is going to be Star Trek Space Social Justice. This entire show is going to be social justice horseshit. You can just look at the cast. Look at that
Well,
cast.
they're taking a knee, so
telling me they're
right
not-
there that shows you.
But I mean, look at the cast. I'm just saying, there's going to be a lot of non-straight couples, and there's going to be a lot of that stuff.
Remember yesterday
After school special shit.
Remember yesterday I was saying it. Stop taking away our escapes. Stop taking the few things away that we could actually talk about that are not politics. Like, even if you're a fucking crazy liberal or an extreme alt-right person, you could go there. Hey man, you watch Game of Thrones?
Bro, I just want to watch Riker go down there with a red shirt and a red shirt tie with a tricorder in his hand. That's all I want, man.
Stop
I don't want to be told I have to feel guilty now while watching Star Trek.
I just want
I
to
just
watch
want a
Star
space
Trek.
adventure.
Please.
Enough.
They were took a knee, which doesn't make any sense because it isn't football, and it's also you're doing your Trump's reverse psychology on you is so great because anything he tells you not to do, you
just do it.
Your children.
It's the funniest thing ever.
It's children.
It
yeah,
really is. It really is great. I can't wait till Trump starts going, you better not start fixing our infrastructure and investing back in your communities. You better not start doing charity work.
And then, we'll show you.
Oh, yeah, I'll fucking show you.
It's ridiculous, right?
Oh, God. Everybody's angry. Nobody's doing anything
And
constructive
then they made the one dude that came out from the Steelers who was an Army Ranger. They made him apologize. He came out and said,
Did I pronounce that correctly?
perfectly, actually. That was great. That was perfect.
Yeah, but they shamed the fucking former Army Ranger who did 3 tours.
Yeah, I know.
For putting his hand over his heart while they played the national anthem of the country he fought to defend. It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
I get you not wanting to stand. I'm with you. Whatevs.
Do what you want.
But don't nobody. It's fucking whatever, man. I'm so tired of this. LaShawn McCoy. I seriously hope he snaps both of his ankles.
It was disgusting, right?
I hope he breaks his ankle and he gets a fucking blood clot after surgery like Chris Candido. Fuck LaShawn McCoy. And I've never been this hokey like, America. I'm really not. I'm not this fucking forced patriotism guy. But I certainly don't harbor the hatred for this country that seems to come from the left. It's not a constructive, let's change the system. It's like a fuck this. I want to burn this all down because it's not fair for me.
Jacob Rubino says, hey, guys, let's protest all our viewers in the most obnoxious way possible. Don't run for office. Don't make speeches. Don't go to charity events. Just irritate everybody.
Yeah.
And it's
Just
like
burn shit. Take a knee.
your children fighting against. And by the way, Mike and I talk offline all the time, and even on it, it's like, there's a lot of stuff that Trump does that we want to criticize.
Yeah,
but the problem is we
do
do criticize him. But the issue is that the stuff you guys do is so much more annoying. Look, you're a TV show. I get it, but you're a TV show about space aliens that are shooting pew pew lasers at each other. I like Star Trek. I'm a nerd. I could quote episodes of The Next Generation. And by the way, before Star Trek's fan go, well, actually, Roddenberry was a liberal, blah, 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 blah.
Was he? Because he had the worst racial stereotypes
Yeah.
in the history of a show
He
ever.
really did. He really did.
All Klingons were just black people.
Yeah.
And as Royce pointed out to me the other day, I don't know how I never saw it, but Ferengis are basically just space Jews.
If you look at the Ferengis in Star Trek The Next
They're
Generation.
just space happy merchants.
And again, I don't want to hear it because, it wasn't always this. 'Cause
Oh, my son Quark is very successful. He has his own store in Deep Space Nine.
No, but my point is like, that's the thing that they always point to. You know what I mean? Like, well, it's always been a social justice show. Yeah, has it been?
It hasn't
has
really.
it been? Look at that. Tell me it's been. Tell me that. By the way, played by a Jewish actor. Played by a Jewish actor. Love to get gold,
Played by the Judd Hirsch of his time.
So I don't want to fucking hear it, all right? I'm fucking sick of it.
Oh my God, really? And it was just every time they're like, "Well, we need more black people on the show. Make
Right.
them Klingons." It's always Klingons.
Yeah.
It took Voyager to finally have a black. What do you call it? Vulcan. I'm sorry, I'm not
yeah.
a very big Star Trek guy,
Vulcan,
but
correct.
It took forever to get a black Vulcan. Most of the time, it was always like, "Ah, I'm black and I have a thing on my head."
Yeah, so
By the way, and space Jews taxing everybody. It was pretty racist.
But we're fine with it. Is my point. And now it's this: everyone's taking a knee. Fucking stop it. All right, fucking stop.
Fucking take a knee into a wood chipper. Fucking had it with you people.
Well,
really
anyway.
have. I really have. It's if you could start coming up with a plan of something you want to do to actually make this country better, I will listen to you, even if I don't agree with you. But if your plan is, if your entire platform is this place sucks, LOL, let's burn shit and steal sneakers, I'm fucking not, there's no, to even try to communicate with these people or reason with them, it's a waste of time. They're fucking human garbage, and the media is going to keep propping them up because it's just what they do. Media wants they want to break down pretty much every traditionalist structure we have in this country, and you do it by demoralizing everything that look. Christianity is cornbread. Fucking fraternal organizations are cornbread. There's a lot of hokey. The fucking national anthem before an NFL game is fucking cornbread. The point is, there are certain things we do. It's like when you go to church on Sunday when you're a kid, and it's like you go, yeah, okay. There is a utilitarian approach to using religion and structure and patriotism to a certain extent to reinforce ideals and to give us a little bit of hope and for us to be united. And if you don't have a plan for how your side's going to make things better and everything involves burning shit and killing cops, I'm not going to fucking deal with you. There's no reason to. Absolutely no reason to.
So yeah, and again, it's you take away the few things that we have common ground on. I've had discussions about Game of Thrones with people that I completely politically cannot understand why, but we have common ground. There's going to be a place where we could meet. No matter, you sit in the car, and there's these safe areas where you could talk. And by the way, for people who love safe spaces, they're the ones taking any safe spaces away, any real ones.
Yeah, can you stop throwing bottles of piss at Ben Shapiro?
Yeah,
he's
come
just
on.
trying to fucking come and speak.
He's 5'9".
Not even. He's like a 5'3" little Jewish guy who plays violin. It's
Yeah.
not going to hurt anybody.
So it's like, there's nothing wrong with public discourse. And look, I get it. They're allowed to take the knee if they want to. But they're also going to get criticized because you're politicizing something just because Trump said not to do it. It's dumb. And then it leads to our next story.
If you don't put your hand over your heart, you're a bum. It just goes fucking crazy.
Then it leads to this. West Point graduation. This guy, his name is Spencer Rapone.
Spencer Rapone, this fucking dead-eyed, autistic-looking shit little person. I saw this yesterday, but I tend to have some very reactionary, crazy people on my friend list. So I didn't want to jump the gun with it, and then Roy showed it to me this morning, and he goes, "No, it's Washington Post,
the Washington Times."
Oh, Washington
but
Times.
it's all over the place. West Point alum posts pro Kaepernick communism will win photo prompts outrage.
This fucking guy, man. You understand too, and I would do this right now. I would even say that if you were at West Point and you had a T-shirt underneath that was right wing in any way, or was like, yeah, fucking Obama, Obama sucks and Trump's the man. It's not the time or the place. So this is gonna have nothing to do with ideology and just more to do with the fact that this kid's a cunt.
Image of U.S. infantry officer Spencer Rapone reached a popular military news site on Tuesday and set off a robust debate on the NFL national anthem protest. The former San Francisco 49ers quarterback that started it all in 2016, and the shock of seeing an unapologetic communist from the U.S. military academy at West Point. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Colin Kaepernick wasn't protesting in favor of communism. Hashtag that guy, wrote Doctrine Maine, the moderate, well-known Facebook page frequented by active military personnel veterans. Readers were shocked to see Mr. Rapone, whose Twitter handle is, get ready for this, Commie Bebop, raising a clenched fist in support for Mr. Kaepernick. Another photo featuring the officer revealing a Che Guevara shirt under his uniform. And by the way, as a Cuban American, as my grandparents and my mother was born in Cuba. If you wear a Che Guevara shirt and pretend to be pro LGBT and pro black people, you fucking hypocritic, stupid people. Open a book, all right? You're not a rebel. You're not changing things. Che Guevara and Fidel Castro killed homosexuals regularly.
Okay, and also, hey, fuckface. Hey, fuckface shitbag fucking retard looks like autistic Superman in fucking Yawn of Justice. Why would you wear a Che Guevara shirt in the school? You literally had Dwight Eisenhower, Robert E. Lee, fucking MacArthur graduated from West Point. Edgar Allan Poe went to West Point, and you're wearing a Che Guevara shirt. This dude, I'm not much for public shaming. This dude needs to be publicly shamed into fucking suicide.
Here's a picture. Here's a picture of him with his uniform in the background holding the Communist Manifesto. Now, there's a couple things that I want to point out. I sent this to my buddy Mitch, producer of Dutch and Royce, and he sent me a good amount of information because Mitch served, and he's like autistic when it comes to this information.
Well, you could have just said autistic.
Yeah, that's a good point. It says this is the max punishment he could face, although he says he's not sure.
Oh, also, I just wanted to point out Stonewall Jackson and George Patton, too. All went to West Point. But wear your fucking Che Guevara shirt, faggot. Sorry.
It's okay. I was angry, too, when I saw it. That's why I had to confirm it was real, because before I blew up, this is what Mitch says. While in uniform, you are bound by military rules, not normal rules. And when you post things like that, you could go to jail or even get kicked out, depending on who you piss off. It says you're not allowed to participate in any type of political movement or promote any ideology, regardless of which side it is on. It says this is max punishment that he could face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, National Security Advisor, currently H.R. McMaster, West Point, Jefferson Davis, General Custer. But he's wearing a Che shirt.
Che.
Because Che, bro. Because Hot Topic had it for sale. Fuck this kid. I hope America comes down on this little cunt with the wrath of God.
So he's going to be dishonorably discharged, that's for sure. But what he's going to he could face up to 2 years in prison, according to what Mitch sent me here, and it seems to be legit.
Good. I hope he goes to jail.
It says here that
I don't like the fact that fucking Teddy from Westworld is walking around with this stupid fucking Che Guevara shirt on.
Gateway Punk and aggravated host a photo showing the officer prompting communism on his Twitter hashtag, which is this one I posted here, him holding the Communist Manifesto. A manifesto, sorry.
And let's get something straight here. This isn't like, I don't want to hear all these fucking leftist cunts coming out in droves for this guy. He was just expecting himself. Look, this was an antagonistic, this was an intentional photo op. It was done antagonistically, and it was done as a fuck you to everything that this kid is enjoying the luxury of. West Point, military academies in general. It is such a spiteful, cunty, distasteful thing to do. There's no excuse for.
Old First Sergeant said that nothing's happened yet, but he needs to be discharged for conduct unbecoming an officer and failure to uphold and defend the oath of the Constitution of the United States. Communist extremism is not compatible with being a soldier in the U.S. Army. He needs to be punished by UCMJ to the fullest extent. That's what they're saying. Now, something else that Mitch, again, amazing, brought me. August 16th, Spencer Rapone, while in West Point, wrote an article for the site Medium. Okay, we all love Medium, right?
Oh, yeah, Medium's great. Very unbiased.
Spencer Ramon, infantry officer in the U.S. Army. The views expressed in my work are my own and do not reflect the position of the U.S. military. This is the title of the article, so you can see he's going to be fair and balanced right at the middle. You ready to for that? It's the Confederate collaboration of West Point.
Yeah, no, that just sounds like it's going to be very reasonable.
Following the events in Charlottesville, Virginia, in which United left.
So this was a fucking recent article.
Oh yeah, August 16th.
Oh boy.
Following the events in Charlottesville, Virginia, in which a united left of socialists and anarchists pushed back the fascist menace that murdered Heather Heyer, a groundswell of empathy activity continues to grow. The toppling of Confederate soldier memorials in Durham, North Carolina, has sounded the death knell of any displays of Confederate aggregation in the United States. Aggrandizement, as well as the United States and abroad. Yet the shadow of the Confederacy and its efforts to preserve slavery is not limited to the southern United States. From Seattle to Pennsylvania.
Can I read this like a Confederate soldier? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I feel like it would be better if it was done that way. Because he's very wordy. Yet the shadow of the Confederacy and its efforts to preserve slavery is not limited to the southern United States. From Seattle to Pennsylvania, the embodiment of the white supremacy and racial violence against black people can be found just around the corner. I can't take this.
Keep going. Keep going.
But in this piece, I would like to focus on a specific place that preserves the Confederate legacy not often discussed. My alma mater, the United States Military Academy. In every corner of West Point, New York, one can readily discover white supremacist iconography and visual rhetoric. There are some that stand out more than others. As we shall see, these sort of displays of the worst aspects of American history reify a profoundly racist culture that has existed since the inception of this country. In military parlance, my task here is to raise consciousness through the identification of these various memorials, tributes, and pieces of art. My purpose, however, is for these vile displays of racial oppression to be cast into the dustbin of history once and for all.
That was Staff Sergeant Spencer Rapone, 2017, year of our Lord.
That was exhausting.
Wow. He's exhausting.
Yeah, he really is a terror. You are a fucking wordy little bitch. That's all you are. You're just like everybody else in this leftist circle jerk. It's just words. That's all. It's just words. There's never any fucking practical solutions. There's never any logistics. There's never. It's just words, man.
Mitch is actually in the chat. He said this, it's not expressing yourself when you're in the military. There's no you. There's no single person. It's a unit. It's for the Army as a whole. You don't matter. Mitch says it's one thing if he was standing up against a commanding officer that was literally murdering or raping dogs. He says, but to stand for any political movement, regardless of Republican, Democrat, or dumbass commie, you can't do it.
How many of these kids nowadays like join the military and they've only seen like a recruiter commercial or like, you know, they grew up in this new HR-dominated world where they think it's just going to be like any other job. Like, have any of these kids seen Full Metal Jacket or anything like Generation Kill or just anything that would give them an idea that maybe it's not fucking about you and that's the contract you sign? It's not. Look, we live in a pretty cool country. There's no conscription. They're not fucking drafting. I mean, we have a draft, but they're not using it.
But they're not using it, yeah.
And we got it pretty good in this country as far as it's a volunteer service, but you should know going into it that maybe you shouldn't be a fucking whacked out tranny who's all me, and a communist. Maybe that's just pick some other fucking plan in life. You know, I wouldn't care if this kid was at Berkeley talking his horse shit. But he's fucking, dude, this is not the time or the place. He did this antagonistically.
Yep.
He needs to be punished for it.
Yep.
And I'm not some fucking fascist, but this is, I'm going to get into West Point and then, fuck West Point. You know what I mean? I would feel the same way if a Blood or a Crip got some fucking scholarship because he was a gifted kid and he got into West Point and he was waving his blue or red flag like, yo, yo, yo. Like, I would be like, punish him to the fucking maximum extent of the goddamn law. And this kid needs to be fucking strung up, and the only fucking means of production that need to be seized is his asshole in a fucking federal prison.
Well, he get up to 2 years in a military prison.
Yeah, and it sucks because he won't get raped in a military prison.
Good point. I mean, I guess it goes down.
I'd rather him go to regular, butt rape prison.
Pound me in the ass prison?
No, he's a communist. Probably enjoys it.
Yeah, look at that Bryan Singer looking motherfucker. He really looked right there. He looks like Bryan Singer.
Yeah, fuck you, Spencer Rapone. Fucking X-Men's 1 through 3 sucked anyway.
By the way, speaking of X-Men,
Alleged kid diddler Brian Singer.
Speaking of X-Men, Chelsea Manning says.
Speaking of X-Men, oh fucking A, fuck Chelsea Manning. His mama named him Bradley. I'm gonna call him Bradley. I still call him Bradley Manning. Eat a dick.
Chelsea Manning says.
Bradley Manning says.
Canada has denied his entry, deemed inadmissible for criminal record.
Yeah, you are. You're a criminal. You fucking piece of shit. You're a felon. You stole fucking state secrets, you goddamn traitor.
Want to hear what the public safety minister said?
Wait, so let me get this straight. This traitorous cunt should have had their head cut off. At any other time or any other country in any other era, he would have been hung, literally just hung for treason. But now we get to live in a world where this fucking piece of shit gets to complain, I can't get into Canada and get good weed. Like, that's your, fuck you, man. You're not in jail,
and by the
dude.
way, at least fucking Benedict Arnold had the dignity not to turn into fucking Susan Arnold. You motherfucking asshole. To get out of prison. Because that's the reason that he got out of prison. Is because of that. If not, he would have still been in there.
I heard somebody tell me that when they imprisoned Bradley Manning, then they sent him to like MK Ultra, and they made.
By the way, we could agree Bradley Manning is the worst Manning brother now, right?
Yeah, no,
okay.
absolutely.
All right, good.
Yeah, what's his face?
Archie?
Yeah,
no,
no.
that's dad. No, that's dad.
Yeah.
I forget.
What
The lawyer brother.
Yeah,
whatever.
the brother that doesn't play
Doctor
football.
The disappointment.
The one that had bonitis.
Yeah.
And he couldn't play football anymore.
Well, let's hear what the Canadian.
Do we have to?
We do.
Across the border, the Canada Border Services officers have the discretion to make the decision based very clearly on Canadian law. And while I don't comment on any particular case, it is.
This dude's fucked.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm obsessed with and I'm staring at in this video is the dude behind him's hair and beard.
Hey,
that is a
you know what?
handsome man.
Sometimes Michael McDonald likes to go to these Canadian
That's
things.
who it is. I couldn't figure it out.
Michael McDonald likes to go to Canadian Parliament things. He's there to back him sing for him.
Like it's behind him. Like
He's gonna back him
in
sing.
Canada, they don't have people doing sign language.
Canada
They just
Border
get
Service.
Michael McDonald to back up everything you're saying.
Into the country. Law. And while I don't comment on any particular case,
She's a transsexual traitor. We can't let her in Canada.
Because it's a procedure, I will. It's a proceeding in the hands of the border officers, and I would not presume to comment.
She's a
on it.
traitorous bitch, and she's not getting in. Fucking Canadian Doobie Brothers over here.
Fucking Christ.
Holy shit.
Cooper Manning. Thank you, James James.
You're not getting in Canada. Fuck you, Bradley Manning. It's still Bradley.
Oh.
Oh, my Michael McDonald stinks.
On Monday morning, Manning tweeted an image of a document appearing to show a decision to take on his application to enter Canada after crossing into Quebec on September 22nd. I hereby report that Chelsea Manning is a person who is a foreign national who has not been authorized to enter Canada, the document reads.
She's gonna steal our secret to Canada. Oh, fuck. Stupid Bradley Manning.
You ain't gonna be here, not in Canada. You ain't gonna be here, not in Canada.
Stupid piano. He's standing behind Justin Trudeau playing his piano. We're gonna let in foreign nationals. I can't enough fucking.
Listen, look, I would listen to Red Pill Michael McDonald all day.
Can somebody set that up? Could we get Michael McDonald to do the news from now on and just sing it to us? That would be so. Could we get Michael McDonald to sing Trump tweets? I want to see that. Rocket Man is a little Korean pussy.
Maybe Chelsea Manning Brandon says maybe that Chelsea Manning fella can steal the Stanley Cup and bring it here, eh? It's very funny. Thank you.
Oh fuck! Stupid Bradley Manning.
Oh, you want to hear when Barack Obama defended his commuting Chelsea Manning sentence so we could remember? You want a little throwback Thursday?
Oh yeah, remember when Obama?
I remember.
Remember when Obama? Remember when he pardoned a traitor?
I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember.
First of all, let's be clear. Chelsea Manning
Bradley Manning.
Are you going to correct him?
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time?
yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
perfect.
Mr. President, but Bradley Manning. Continue.
has served a tough prison sentence. So the notion that
We're in the year 2016 when this happened. Why are there still camera shutter sounds going off?
They're the old flash bulbs from like Boardwalk Empire
this
days.
noise shouldn't still be happening.
Hang on, you gotta stand still for like 5 minutes for us to get this photograph.
Oh no, he sneezed. You have to
Jesus
start
Christ.
all over again.
No wonder they're letting InfoWars in there. They have better
Yeah,
equipment.
seriously.
the average person who was thinking about disclosing vital classified information would think that it goes unpunished. I don't think would get that impression from the sentence that Chelsea Manning has served.
Bradley Manning. Sorry. Mr.
But-
President, Bradley Manning.
Wouldn't they get that exact impression?
Bradley.
If you're willing to chop your dick off, you can get out.
I would just do my time. I don't understand what the problem is.
It has been my view that given she went
He.
to trial,
It's a he, Mr. President.
that due process was carried
I actually like to think that you're in his ear right now, like in the control room in his ear.
It's a he.
out,
I would get fired from that job on
that
purpose
she
that day just to do that.
took responsibility for
He
her
took, and he didn't
crime.
take responsibility.
that the sentence that she received
He
was very disproportionate relative to what other leakers had received, and that she had served a significant amount of time.
And he didn't
That
really serve
it
his
made sense.
It's
to
okay.
commute
Keep going.
and not pardon her sentence.
His
And
sentence.
I feel very comfortable that justice has been served and that
Like we don't, sir.
a message has still
don't.
been sent.
Justice,
that
justice gets served, sir,
when it comes
when
to
you
our
do the
national
crime that you were
security,
sentenced to. So, Mr. President,
that
continue.
wherever possible,
Do you miss him yet? Like all the memes? Do you?
Does everybody remember how cool I was? And him and fucking stupid Biden. We get it. The fucking hair sniffing, fucking creepy. Dude, have you ever seen some of the Biden
Yes.
pictures with kids?
Biden is weird.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. And you guys want to talk shit about Pence? I like Pence. Pence the electric fence. I love that.
The
He's my
electric
boy.
fence.
Him and my boy Steve Muslim Bannon. Those are my two boys.
Oh fuck! They're your Doobie Brothers.
We're gonna electrocute some queers. Now we're demonetized.
And there it goes. Well, we're still waiting our approval. We're crossing our fingers.
Folks, we are probably never going to get monetized. So if you want to go to patreon.com.
your Patreon
Hey, you guys, seriously? Social justice warriors are everywhere. And we're out there fighting them every day with our helmet on, hiding behind 6 rows of Proud Boys.
LARPing?
But here, I need you guys to give me my Patreon. It's /We're Not Sorry. We love you, Lauren Southern.
We would interview you in a fucking heartbeat.
We say that like
In a heartbeat, Lauren.
I love you,
We
Lauren.
love you,
I
Lauren.
think you're hot. It's just you're
Definitely not. No, she's hot. I mean, she's definitely hot.
your shilling is a little shrill. It's a little shrill. Only when she's shilling. When she's wearing her little Deuce Volt hoodies and her dumb fucking LARP helmet, she's hot.
You want to watch some brave actresses? Want you to know they'll never date a Trump supporter?
Let me guess. Lena Dunham.
Well, here they are. No, it's Ellen Page and some other 2 bitches. The
Oh
chick-
yeah,
the
look at
bitch
these.
from House of
By the way,
Cards.
look at no. Pause it. Look at all the joy in the eyes and the faces of these young ladies. Look at them. Look at them. They know. Those are the looks of women that know they're on the right side. They're making the right decisions. Look how happy they are. Look at their almost Betsy Davo-esque glow to them. Why are women on the... This is the fucking Look at them, all three of them, a trifecta of leftist misery and just feminist ideology. And, all right, man, let's start off the interview angry. Oh, fuck these women.
Are you saying you don't think they're sincere?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying they're very much not sincere, and I think in America we need to stop fucking indulging the left's Asperger's. I'm sick of it. Stop ruining everybody's day.
Well, they're never going to date a Trump supporter.
No. Nope. I don't think that we're supposed to fraternize.
Oh, right. Is there a law against it?
An unwritten one.
Oh, good. It's buffering. Like her
Those are the
career.
easiest ones to break, in my experience.
And you know
My
what?
family that
Let's get something straight. Even you lesbos got to worry about fucking dating a Trump supporter because half of you voted for him.
That's right.
Because it wasn't about Trump. It was about the fact that Hillary was terrible. Stop blaming everyone else.
Voted for him. It's tough. That's tough. That's like I haven't really. My grandma's.
I love how she's welling up because her family.
That's tough.
Family
My experience.
voted for her.
My
Listen,
family that voted for him. It's tough.
That's Amy Semetz.
Oh, yeah, I remember her from nothing. Why does she have a platform? Fucking done. She's got the angry haircut. That is a woman who just doesn't. Oh, fuck it. Dude, whatever, man. I get it. You guys lost. But, you know, right-wingers didn't have this absolute, utter, black-pilled embrace of nihilism in the time they weren't in office. You guys have been. This is like. You guys are like a kid crying about a toy we didn't buy you a year ago. Holy shit. This is an autistic level of dedication. It's gross. You guys really need to fucking get over it. Look at them all. The misery. Who the fuck would want to be around these women?
Beta male virtue signalers? Oh, it's a rhetorical question?
Yeah, fucking.
Okay.
Why don't you go fucking hang out with Jamie Kilstein, ladies?
That's tough. That's like I haven't really. My grandma's flipped. She did vote for him, but she is
Why
smart.
don't you fucking, first of all, you bitch, I understand that, you know,
She did vote.
Sorry, go ahead.
why don't you fucking get a lozenge, first of all? You want to rail out against the system. What were you screaming all night with your pussy hat on the night before, you useless idiots?
For him, but she is smart. So, you know, I mean, it's a, you know, to ignore sort of the depressed
Is this girl
population or
starting-
working class of
Is this
of
girl
America.
starting her career
we can't
as
do that.
40-year-old Lindsay Lohan? Because it's not a good way to start off in the business.
Well,
I mean, it's a,
She
you know,
says here that her grandma flipped after she voted for Trump.
my grandma's flipped. She did vote for him, but she is smart. So, you know, I mean, it's a,
Oh, wait, she actually does have a lozenge.
She did
while
it-
she's being
yeah.
interviewed.
She didn't vote. She didn't flip. She voted for him, and she's lying to you, so you stopped fucking bothering her while she's trying to watch The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Because she thinks
you're
Drew
an
Carey's
overbearing-
handsome.
Yeah, because you're an overbearing, virtue-signaling cunt.
Yeah.
And she probably has 2 good years left, and she wants to spend
by
it
the way,
watching Pat Sajak.
If she makes it another 4, she's gonna vote for him again and lie to you because she's gonna realize that she can't be honest with you because you're gonna immediately not only shame her but then go on an interview in the public where millions of people are gonna see and also say, "Hey, my grandma's a cunt, but she's smart now." No, she lies to you. She lies to your face.
My grandmother, who, by the way, lives on Pine Street in Corona, California, is a total bitch. Didn't.
I know. It's like, what the fuck? They shame everybody.
But no, they're gonna. I think that the same tactic that lost them this election, it's totally gonna work this time. They were just they were ahead of their time, but now I think they figured it out. I think screaming and just screaming autistic garbage at everybody, it's gonna work this time. Screaming bigot and xenophobe and racist and what is it? Transphobic. I'm running out of stuff.
It's
And you guys
racist, bigot, homophobe.
and you
and the other
leftists are
ones.
running out of shit too. It's hilarious. It's the worst.
you know,
people.
to ignore sort of the depressed population or working class of America. We can't do that. And then they were searching for something and they really believed in it. And I think that's really earnest. But
Ernest Goes to Jail actually would be the best movie too.
Was it though?
The movie was a good movie.
Yeah, it was up there. I definitely think it was the strongest one in the Ernest trilogy.
You're right.
Or really in the Ernest universe.
Whatever happened to Vern, bro? Hashtag find Vern.
Yeah, can we get Vern on the show?
Do that, and then they were searching for something, and they really believed in it, and I think that's really earnest.
Wow, that's
but
really
I think
deep.
Dude, this is
I'm
deep.
so interested in everything you have to say.
Maybe they should all get short haircuts now.
Fucking, we need to repeal the 19th Amendment now. Tomorrow.
No, half of them voted for Trump.
Dude,
You don't, because half of them voted for Trump.
I don't care. You know what? Because it's still only 44% of them voted for Trump. So get rid of them. Goodbye.
Why don't we give them another chance? Let's
No,
see. If,
no.
next election they go 50.
They have had 100 years now almost of voting. This country's a mess. We're taking it back, ladies. Repeal the 19th Amendment.
If we weren't demonetized before?
What, because we're political activists?
Yes.
Whatever, dude. Repeal the 19th Amendment.
Where's your Che shirt?
Women are politically just garbage. Sorry, they are. Listen to these
in
fucking
the end,
hands.
they,
I
of
guarantee
America.
you, I'm going to get messages from women that are
Watch
fans
the
of
fucking
ours.
View every day and tell me.
But women are going to say that's not representative. Women that are not these hags are going to say that that's not representative. We talk about our listeners all the time. Are very smart, pretty, female.
But even the right-wing women are just goddamn parrots. Really are. Like when I see Tommy Loran and all of them, they're just like,
That's going to help us get
it's
interviews.
I watched Tucker Carlson last night, and here's what he said.
That's
but
gonna help us get
hotter.
interviews. That'll help us get interviews. That's for sure.
It's a,
Just saying.
All right, let's go.
to ignore sort of the depressed population or working class of America. We can't do that. And then they were searching for something, and they really believed in it, and I think that's really earnest.
This is when I start pausing the fucking TV to maybe she'll get the point that I'm trying to watch Star Wars. And if she fucking shuts up for 5 minutes, but then she'll keep talking. And then this is the thing. Then they'll stop talking. As soon as you hit play, guess what happens? Okay, play.
This is the kind of thing.
Searching for
Like if I fell asleep with the TV on and I woke up the next day and this was on,
something, and they really believed in it, and I think that's really earnest.
I would immediately
but I
be
think
angry if I woke up to
in the
this.
Why? It's so good.
When you wake up and this kind of thing's on the TV and you haven't had coffee yet, and that's the same kind of day that you smash your shin on an ottoman and you're just, you know what I mean? Like I can really picture it. Oh, these fucking joyless hens, enough of them. Just justice, social justice.
And they, everyone's starting to see sort of what's happening. I don't want to go on because I can go on for way too long. But
Yeah, no, God forbid
please,
that
for the love of
happens.
God, no, don't
God
stop.
forbid you
No,
go on
please
for too
don't.
long.
Please don't. Please don't.
Your mother's pregnancy went on for too long.
Holy fuck.
Enough of you. Christ.
No, I don't think
Can someone get rid of this cluster of cells, please?
I'm not seeing it. It's definitely not intelligent life.
It's not intelligent
it might
life.
As well be aborted.
It's not. So it's not sentient, at least. I'll tell you that.
No, it is not self-aware
this
at
is
all.
also a cluster of cells.
I know.
So why don't we fucking get rid of those?
Self-awareness is one of the keys.
Yeah,
to
and
human
I don't
life.
think you're self-aware.
And I'm not seeing any self-awareness in this video.
No. So seriously.
Jump.
By the way,
Fuck.
at least the fetus has the potential to be something awesome. You've already proven you suck. So I mean,
I didn't recognize her name or a single movie she's ever been in.
Yeah,
I recognize that fucking haircut though. We all know that haircut.
Empowered.
The I'm angry haircut.
May I speak to your manager haircut?
Oh, fuck, man. Look at this. Dude, she's starting her career as 40-year-old Lindsay Lohan. I don't know how you do that. Right? It's a fucking bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see if it works out.
I could get an
If you are a
earful.
Trump supporter, well, at any
Hold
point,
on.
because we've been saying,
Canadian Emma Watson's going to fucking drop some knowledge.
well, at any
Hang
point,
on.
because
Hang
we've been-
on. 1986 Janine Garofalo's calling. She wants to say something right
That's
now.
not true. 1986, Janine Garofalo was talented.
She She looks just like her though, and sounds like her.
She really
she
does.
really looks like she binge watched.
By the way,
a bunch of
the
Janine
moment she
Garofalo.
came out of the closet, she had to go full lesbo too. She had to go fucking completely.
Hi, I'm Ellen Page. Look at my pantsuits.
It's
Oh,
like,
God.
seriously.
I'm smoking a cigar on a magazine cover. We get it. You like fucking pussy.
Holy
Oh my
fucking
God,
Christ!
Stop marketing it.
Jesus,
Who
Christ.
cares? Nobody gives a
Hey,
shit.
why are you cosplaying as Paula Poundstone?
Janine Garofalo dressed as Paula Poundstone.
That's what
making
you
fun
are,
of her.
Ellen Page. I kept calling her Emma Page because I don't care very much about her.
By the way, women with an outfit like that have a 110% chance of being accused of sexual impropriety by kids they adopt later in life.
Yes, that's a good point. That's a
Good luck,
point.
Ellen Page.
Looking at you,
The
Miss
road
Poundstone.
awaits you.
By the way, notice I said Miss Poundstone.
Another great freeze frame, by the way, too.
Thank you.
No, I don't think I could get
You're
an
If you are a
earful.
Trump supporter, well, at any point, because you've been saying this the whole time.
Janine
but-
Garofalo.
Knock, knock, knock.
She's doing Janine Garofalo. I want to have. Thanks for having me on, Bill. You know the environment is the. Shit! Repeal the 19th, ladies and gentlemen. Repeal it.
By this point, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I like literally. If you can't agree with me, then I literally can't formulate any sort of argument. I literally cannot. I cannot even.
It is. What's happening?
What's happening is we passed this thing back around prohibition.
Okay, I didn't mean.
It was called
I didn't mean.
the Women's
I
Suffrage
didn't
Act.
mean that. I know you meant
And we
that.
started letting them be people. And it was all downhill from there.
All right. Well,
Yeah, the music and the drugs got better, but what got everything else got worse.
speaking of hens, our favorite hen's back on the news.
Oh, yay! You know, she disappeared for so long, and I've been wondering what happened.
For all of us watching this, it sometimes feels like you can't make heads or tails, or you can't keep up, or you can't process it. And
This
I
guy
wonder
looks
if
like Joe Scarborough's unfinished clone.
Oh my God, you're right. He does look like Joe Scarra.
Like they were like, we made like one minor mistake.
Take
It
him
still
out.
works though.
He would be in the irregular section of Marshalls.
Yeah, this weird looking guy. You know, if he was in Westworld, he would have been sitting in one of those rooms for a long time. Like, we don't have any use for this.
Or fucking pouring whiskey for Anthony Hopkins when he gets bored.
Can you imagine aliens land and they meet him and they're like, "What are you?"
Yeah.
it. And I wonder if it feels the same for you.
No, it feels different for me. Because every time I see him do or say something, I know it's a deliberate choice. That
Is she talking about Bill or Trump? Because, I mean, honestly, you could use that same logic against Bill Clinton. What are you fucking hypocritical bitch?
That's the sweetheart. Half them girls were lying,
And the other half, like they know.
and the other half are exaggerating.
that he's making at the expense of something else.
You think that?
Yes, I do.
This is a point of tremendous contention in
Oh
the
my
world
God!
of
How much
Chris,
fucking cum do MSNBC news anchors enjoy drinking? Like, how soaked in cum
You're not even
are those
questioning-
fucking green rooms?
You saying if you take a black light in there, it would look like
It would look like a cheap motel. Just fucking
an hourly motel?
dude. The amount of fucking pegging that these MSNBC news anchors must take. It's the level of cuckoldry that is present. The body language, the glasses, the hairless skin. They're fucking. I don't understand why the elite pedophiles in society can't just fuck a Chris Hayes and feel good about themselves. Why do they have to go after children?
That's a good point. You have plenty
If I
of
wanted
these
to bang
people.
a kid, I'd fuck Chris Hayes. Boom, problem solved.
You hear that, Jared Fogle?
Smooth, hairless young boy he is, with his fucking Rachel Maddow glasses and hair
Haircut
and suit
and
and
body
face
and genitals
and genitals.
and lifestyle. I mean, it's basically everyone over there is some offshoot of Rachel Maddow.
You know, she just walks around and pegs these male anchors all day.
Over the fucking
It's your
desk.
turn, Hayes. You're taking it.
Wolf Blitzer narrates. It's fucking terrible. Oh my God.
Poor Chris Hayes is fucking fucking knees up against a desk in a newsroom somewhere, just whimpering awkwardly like a girl on backroom casting couch.
Jesus, you're right. It's the first time I've done this.
Fucking hate that network almost as much as CNN.
You think that?
Yes, I do.
This is a point of tremendous contention in the world of Trump analysis.
No, I know, and I'm, it's like being a Kremlinologist. You're a Trumpologist, but I've watched him quite closely. So let's take what you just said.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't want to talk about Puerto Rico.
Trump said he's going to go to Puerto Rico next Tuesday, by the way. I just want to point that out. He already
Ew,
said that.
why?
I know, I said the same thing.
Nothing there but Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico's great if you don't mind all the Puerto Ricans.
Well, I do. It's okay. It's close.
All right, well.
Go to St. Martin.
I don't know. I've been to Puerto Rico. I think there's more Puerto Ricans in New York.
It's true. Just go to the Bronx.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I think the population is fucking skyrocketing.
Somewhere right now, Bronx Johnny is screaming, "Yo, I'm Ecuadorian, B."
I know. Poor Bronx. I love you, Bronx Johnny. All right.
He clearly doesn't want to talk about Puerto Rico. More than 3.5 million American citizens.
Well, then why don't you go there? You got fucking free time.
You got a boatload of money?
Yeah, you're sitting around fucking Costco signing books between the toilet paper and the bottled water, and you got people on mobility scooters going, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Almost President." Why don't you go to Puerto Rico, you fucking dumb whore?
Oh, the
sorry.
closest you'll ever get to a president was when fucking Bill is in your mouth. And that's about it. And that sucks.
And that was in 73.
Oh, my God.
Fucking some shitty college in Arkansas.
The fact that she thinks that people also didn't want another fucking Clinton or another fucking Bush in there, she just didn't get it.
I don't know.
What an out-of-touch idiot.
I'm still convinced this is 5D chess, and Trump is really just Jeb Bush in a mask.
Really?
I think Jeb Bush is a member of the Faceless Men.
Oh, that makes
and
sense.
I think he killed Trump a long time ago.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's been playing out his policy.
Like I think he killed Trump as soon as he dropped out of the race. As soon as they didn't have to be on camera at the same time. Bingo, bango. Notice he's not in his cabinet.
Good point.
The U.S. Virgin Islands. Not interested.
Plus he owns
doesn't
the
say a
Marlins
word
now.
about it. Now, FEMA is down there. I've called on him to send the Navy, particularly the...
Oh, well, who
are
did you
you?
call? Because you're not the president.
You're nobody now. You don't get to call anybody.
How dare you? Could you imagine?
Fucking arrogant. You look how fucking hateable she is. You arrogant cunt. You called upon. You're nobody now. You don't get to call upon anything.
Yeah, why don't you go to fucking Big Lots and fucking sign more of your books?
Yeah.
Get some more 1-star ratings.
Why don't you fucking live stream yourself taking some fucking bottles of Dasani down there? You bitch.
Why don't you make sure fucking, when you get to Puerto Rico, you have a satellite phone so you can make sure Amazon's still deleting reviews of your book.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't we do that?
Sore loser on every level.
Yeah, how the fuck do you have time to worry about what Trump's doing when you're sitting there fuming over every 1-star review you're reading on Amazon while you're taking your third piss of a day?
Yeah, while you're flying to Japan to get fucking baby plasma transfused into you.
Seriously.
Rejuvenate you after an election, allegedly.
Fucking, I've always said that Hillary is not... She's one of those vampires that was born a vampire. Like an elder vampire. You know in the Blade movies, there was the elder one, the ones that weren't bitten, but they were born. She's a born vampire. I'm telling you. Always been. 100%.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Dumb bitch.
Oh, God, I had a good line. I said that to somebody recently. I said, you look like a vampire that got bit in your 40s.
Oh, fuck. They don't tell you that when you get bitten and you have a bad hip, it stays a bad hip forever.
I mean, it doesn't hurt anymore, but you're still worthless.
You can't run. Oh, let's fucking hear what this elder...
They can't put a new titanium one in because I heal too fast. Well, that's a bitch, ain't it?
Oh, fuck.
Word about it. Now, FEMA is down there. I've called...
Now, there is a way to remove the curse, but it does involve traveling at nighttime in Skyrim. And you could take away the vampire curse, I believe.
Does Chris Hayes take estrogen? I'm being serious. It's an honest question. I'm not even
Well, that's what Rachel Maddow named her strap-on, so yes.
I'm not...
Come and take your estrogen shot.
I am demanding right now on the air that Chris Hayes get blood work done. And I want to see his blood work. I want to see what his T levels are at because he's not doing good. I'm 34 and Chris Hayes is probably 40, and I want to stuff him in a locker.
Leave Harvey skim milk alone.
Fucking Peter Parker of media. I'm tired of this guy.
Peter Parker.
Fucking nothing Topher Grace over here trying to tell me what's going on in the world. Mrs. Clinton, do I look 12? Yes, you do.
I don't know why they cast you to play Venom. That was terrible.
Every time Chris Hayes goes to the MSNBC building in New York to do his show, the fucking security guard thinks he's a lost kid in the lobby.
Hey, can't find your mommy, little boy?
Fucking Chris Hayes gets carded for Sprite.
Fuck you, Chris Hayes.
I hate Chris Hayes. Oh God.
Look at he gets his fingers nails done too. Look at that. What, you fucking asshole. You beta male sitting there sucking fucking Clinton's cock.
Oh my God! I wish he would just do a fucking. I wish he would go get embedded in fucking Syria and die already.
That won't happen. Are you kidding me? Please.
Yeah, he is. He is no Anderson Cooper.
You think this motherfucker leaves the village?
At least Anderson Cooper will go show off his majestic upper body somewhere.
That's a good point.
He'll go to some war zone just long enough, like me and Royce, just long enough to get the footage and then we're out of there. Yeah, we're out. Yeah, some stuff blew up near me. I'm good.
Called on him to send the Navy, particularly the naval hospital ship called U.S. Comfort. I really think that would be a big help. We don't hear a word.
Also, I reached out to the CEO of Comfort Inn, and we're trying to get them to build a hotel.
By the way, here's the thing. Trump handled the Houston thing very well.
Fucking freeze frames are always great.
I know. Trump handled Houston really well, and now because he didn't say something about Puerto Rico fast enough, now he hates Puerto Ricans. He doesn't. This is that what you were talking about yesterday. This is that manufactured story that, you know, you see it's run on CNN all the time, but then you literally now have Hillary saying the same exact thing, and now Trump says he's going Tuesday, and now the articles are like Trump was shamed into going to Puerto Rico.
Dude, Trump could personally fly to Puerto Rico and start swinging a hammer like Jimmy Carter, and then they'd be like, well, what about St. Martin?
No, the other thing is that when Trump went to Houston, then it was like, well, did he go too soon? When the president goes there, it's too soon, and then and now it's like, he's not there soon enough. No, just be honest. You hate him no matter fucking what he does, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, and you're going to scream at him. You're going to scream at him. And this sore loser going on the fucking Loser Fest 2017 over here.
What happened?
I don't know. Does every book have a mirror?
And we don't hear anybody high up in the administration. You don't hear from the vice president or anybody else.
Yeah, they're busy.
So,
yeah,
they're busy being under a constant 24-hour assault by your super PACs
that you started
and the media companies that fed you debate questions.
Yeah,
and all the other bullshit. Yeah, he's a little too. Maybe he doesn't want to call Hillary Clinton the fucking loser back. Would you be returning Trump's phone calls if he lost? You dumb bitch.
Yeah, if Trump was saying you should send fucking this or that and tweeting you, would you be paying attention?
I called people.
You wouldn't.
I told him to send aircraft carriers. Nobody cares.
Yeah, so you're
do
not
another
president.
Reality show.
You're not. Yeah, why don't you do a reality show?
That will take.
Huh?
I'm gonna do a new show. It's called What Happened.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
What happened is you should have fucking died a long time ago. You fucking walking corpse. You
Jesus
fucking seizure. You seizure having booze soaked walking corpse. Enough of you.
You know that her neck right here looks like an absolute bombable area in Zelda. You know, like in video. You know, in video games when you can tell
the weak point of the wall.
Weak point of the wall. That's what her neck looks like. Here, hold on. I got a full screen it just so everyone
There's
could really
hidden treasure in there.
Get it.
Might be. Oh yeah, dude.
Look at that.
That might be where you get the bow and arrow.
That's where you get it. I think that's what it is. Fucking bitch.
You know what? If you actually take a bomb and you blow up the little cave right there in her neck, you'll find Vince Foster's fucking murder weapon. Oh my God! Look, we and you get in the cave and you're like, this is the gun that killed Seth Rich. Wow!
Allegedly.
he doesn't think that has any political relevance, and it's certainly not.
You know what doesn't have any political relevance anymore?
You. Or your family. Or
you dumb bitch.
Your daughter, maybe, but then she's going to have to go up against...
It's going to be really hard when she has to answer all her debate questions stomping on the ground, that horse mouth bitch.
Oh, I can't wait for Chelsea v. Ivanka.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be even better when Ali and Foreman's daughters boxed.
Yeah.
Remember that horse shit?
Mm-hmm.
Personally important. He attacks black athletes, as he did.
Like when you call black people super predators?
Yeah. Or needy Latinos.
Like that?
Or the time you were like, hey, let's launch a drone strike in downtown London.
Mm-hmm.
To our oldest ally.
And when you and Bill passed the long federal mandates for low-level drug crimes and put more black people in prison than any other president before you?
Yeah, or when all those Russian people offered you a bunch of money in speaking engagements and donated to the Clinton Foundation, and you gave them a bunch of the U.S.'s uranium.
And then when the Ukraine did the same thing, you did the same thing minus the uranium for them?
Was it anything like that?
Was it like that?
Stuff like that? Because if
it's like that,
if he's doing stuff like that,
I have a problem.
I want to impeach Trump.
Was it having a private server in your closet in your house that was easily accessed by any foreign government at any time they wanted to?
Yeah. It must have been the time that Trump used BleachBit on all of his phones and devices and pulled a Doug Stamper and hit everything in a sink.
Yeah, with a hammer, like stuff like that. Is that what you're referring to?
Because if he's doing stuff like that,
we really
I'm
need
on
to
board.
stop that.
Then I'm with her.
We need to figure it out. We need to stop it.
Fucking shady bitch.
You dumb fucking slut.
Starting with his rally in Alabama, continued on Twitter. And he attacks them for protesting peacefully, for equality, for standing up for what they believe. And he does it, once again, to dog whistle to his base and to try to detract attention from other things that are going on.
Okay, you know what?
But it's quite telling that he is willing to...
Mm-hmm. God damn it. I have to agree with Hillary Clinton. It's happening. It just happened.
Uh-oh.
I do have to agree with Hillary Clinton. She's right there. I mean, but that's just like, hey, I'm a sore loser. I'm going to expose what he's doing because I'd be doing the same thing if I were in his position.
Right.
But it's true. He's cucking for DACA and he's cucking for healthcare, and he doesn't want you guys to realize it right now.
That is true.
So there's that.
To attack black athletes. He never says anything of an insulting manner toward white supremacists or neo-Nazis or Ku Klux Klanners.
He has several times. Yes, he has.
Multiple times.
He said it's disgusting.
And then he even doubled down because people said it wasn't a strong enough condemnation.
So then he said it harder.
So he did it even harder.
But now you're lying.
Yeah. You're lying through your fucking dead, saggy Michael Myers face mask.
Mm-hmm.
Your lizard fucking the eyes are showing.
Your fucking coffee grind stained teeth.
That ain't coffee grinds, man. That is stress smoking.
You think so?
Well, yeah, she's definitely a smoker, too.
Yeah, I believe it. All right, well, we have to go to break. When we come back from break, we're going to have Michael Korteski on the phone. He wrote a really good article. We'll get more into that after this. Are you ready?
Will, and I will post it in the chat if you want, so you guys can read it while we're on break.
Yes, thank you.
hell does this guy think he is? Some college kid's gonna come in and tell us our ways are old?
Yeah, and you can't bully our kids like that. Kyle's already got 2 weeks of detention.
For what?
Just because he said something about Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner? She's a hero. She is stunning and brave.
Stunning. She is absolutely beautiful and an inspiration.
Yep, that's right.
Well, what the hell are you guys talking?
Oh, we gotta be careful, Gerald. This is a college bar.
Somebody here have a problem with Caitlyn Jenner?
No.
No? Because she's a stunning, beautiful woman, and if you want to call her anything else, I'm ready to throw down.
No, we're totally fine with it.
Woo, 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 woo! It? Did somebody just refer to Caitlyn Jenner as it? I'm PC, bro. I'll throw down.
Sweet, you're PC, bro?
Yeah, Arizona State.
Sweet, bro. I'm PC UMass.
Yeah, sweet, dude.
Sweet. So do we have a problem here?
No. Caitlyn Jenner is the bravest woman in America.
Woo, woo, woo! Did someone here just say America in a way that otherizes and demeans the people of Latin and South America?
Nice, dude. You PC?
Yeah, Chino Hills. You think Venezuelans aren't Americans, bro?
Yeah, you want to make fun of me? Hey, what seems to be the problem here, gentlemen? Who the hell are you? I'm PC principal. Oh, nice. We're all PC too. No way. There's more PC bros here? Yeah, dude. Ohio State. Sweet, bros. Texas A&M. Bro, I had no idea there were like-minded individuals in this town who defended social minorities. We should all hang out.
We should totally hang out.
We should all get a house together and unite our tolerant views.
Do it, dude.
Yeah.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Phone lines are open, 954-573-2780.
If you removed the entire social justice aspect from that stinger, the SJWs from South Park would basically just be the Proud Boys.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It's the same attitude, but just different ideologies.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
You don't like capitalism, bro? You don't think America's a great country ever, bro? You want to fucking go? No, I'm just standing online for my coffee. Stop fighting me.
Jesus.
I'm not a white supremacist, bro.
All right. No one said you were. No one said you were. Calm down.
Gavin McGinnis is a genius, bro.
Is he? Is he, though?
It's all right.
Anyway, we're going to bring on Michael Korteski. He wrote an article called I'd Rather Get Beaten Up by Conservatives Than Liberals. So I'm going to get him on here on Skype here in a second.
I read this article twice last night.
Yeah,
it's well written, and I like some of it, and I have points of contention with other parts of it. So
we have Michael. Am I saying it right? Michael Korteski?
Koretsky, just like it's spelled.
Koretsky.
Yep.
Got it. All right, man. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
No problem. It beats working.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Now, you wrote this article called I'd Rather Get Beaten Up by Conservatives Than Liberals. And I figured first off, if you wanted to give a quick, I guess, broad strokes of what it's about and what your experiences are.
Well, I am, I don't know, I guess I'm socially liberal, fiscally conservative, which means I often can get beat up by both sides.
Okay.
And because I'm kind of weak, I kind of do. But I get a little more pissed off when I get beat up by liberals because they're supposed to be more sensitive, introspective people. So if I'm getting the crap kicked out of me by liberals, it just adds insult to injury.
Okay. Well, I mean, now that was one of the things that I did. Like, 'cause I kind of understand the point of the article, and I did the headline made me chuckle, and the writing was good writing. My only issue, I had an issue with the fact that the article almost seems to convey that it's the right is responsible for more violence or worse violence or more prone to violence when clearly both sides right now are spinning wildly out of control, as you even admit by saying that both sides are violent and hitting you personally.
I would say, though, that, this will be a fun debate then, because I do believe that conservatives, their rhetoric lends itself to more violence, not by the people that are smart, but I judge any group by the dumbasses in that group, the weakest link. So most of the liberal rhetoric that is really stupid, I don't think incites dumbasses as much as the worst conservative rhetoric.
What about Antifa that we've seen? I've seen with my own eyes hitting people with bike locks over the head and rushing Berkeley, and I mean I've seen hitting people that aren't even political. I mean, the Punch a Nazi movement is a great movement on paper, but
the first word is literally punch.
But if you don't know who's determining who's a Nazi, so I mean, I agree with you. It's not like we're like, trust me, I'm Cuban, so I'm not this alt right but you know, I understand running somebody over with a car in Charlottesville is bad, but there's also the aspect of hitting somebody in the bike lock over the head because they want to hear Milo speak or Ben Shapiro speak. As stupid as you might think of what they say may or may not be, that's also violent. And the punch a Nazi thing that was going around where everyone was, that's violence. That's not free from violence. You know, they were hitting people in the face. Richard Spencer, whether you like what he says or not, literally got punched in the face.
Yeah, and I don't like him, and I laughed. I laughed at the video multiple times.
Yeah,
so let's not get
don't get me wrong.
Let's not get
I
it
laughed
twisted.
too.
It's a fucking hilarious video. But at the end of the day, you can't say that the left, like there's this overall theme to your article where that you kind of imply that the left is the only side that stands for justice, and that's incorrect. You guys stand for your version of justice, but to completely dismiss an entire other side as like more violent or demonizing them, it really kind of it removes your ability to see that you yourselves could go down the same road.
So no, fair enough, man. But look, first of all, number one, I've been on Milo's show on Breitbart. I've had arguments with him in public. I was appalled at the fact that he was allowed to speak on a campus, because that's something that really rankles me. It's like a campus. You're supposed to learn shit, and you can't let someone speak. So that's a whole nother thing. Frankly, I watched that Richard Spencer getting punched video, and I did not laugh. Not because I have no sense of humor, but because I've been in situations where I get punched. So I don't particularly, just don't hit anybody. I don't understand, don't punch Nazis, don't punch anybody. I don't see why that's so freaking hard. And I will reiterate that my biggest beef is with the dumbasses in every movement, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, the smartest hockey fans in the world. I can go to the Montreal Forum, still dumbasses in the stands. So I'm just judging it on the biggest dumbasses. As far as Antifa goes, yeah, they've been assholes, as I wrote, since the 80s. But, that's since the 80s. And they like to pretty much, lately they've ratcheted it up somewhere. They're hitting people with bike locks. Pretty freaking stupid. Mostly they like breaking windows of Starbucks and McDonald's for some reason. But that is just pure dumbassedness that I don't really hear a lot of liberal politicians saying,
I have seen
go Antifa.
I've seen Antifa holding up signs advocating for dead police.
Yeah,
you
they're
can't
jerks.
tell me that their rhetoric is not equally as vile as the right. And I also
we went to DC. We saw a couple people holding signs.
And I also take an issue really with not in your article, but with our entire country as a whole right now that tends to identify this Richard Spencer-y, Jason Kessler-y kind of alt-right Confederate movement with the right, where they're both socialist movements. You got Antifa is Marxist socialism, and National Socialism is socialism. I don't want any authoritarianism. I don't want any welfare just because the left wants it to go to everybody and because the right wants it to only go, the alt-right wants it to go to only white people. I find both of those systems abhorrent. And I'm getting tired of I'm right. I'm right wing. I'm a Ron Paul right winger. I'm as you said in your beginning of your thing, I'm very socially liberal, very, very fiscally, reserved, and I don't want a big government. That we get lumped in with these neo-Nazis who literally advocate for socialism. Those are the two groups that are being violent. There aren't fucking liberty. You think any former Ron Paul guys are running around throwing these hands? No, it violates the NAP.
But you just did the same damn thing, right? You're saying you don't want to be associated with those assholes. You just associated liberals with the Antifa assholes.
But they're both kind of leftist leaning. Like, I haven't seen a whole lot other than my really intelligent progressive friends that are more centrists. I've seen them condemn Antifa. I don't see a whole lot of condemnation of Antifa. I see a lot of condemnation of the alt-right, and rightfully so, because both views are abhorrent. But I see a little bit of a bias there. This idea that the left, the Antifa guys are sticking up for the little man instead of just burning shit, and the fact that all alt-right people are just to be dismissed as monsters and violent criminals it's a little one-sided. That's all. And again, I enjoyed the article, and I'm not. I posted it in the chat, and I recommend everybody read it.
Yeah, no, the article the article is good, but you know, the other thing is like, the Berkeley professor that was just saying, the guy with the giraffe neck professor that was just saying that, you know, he laughs every time he hears of dead cops, and it's like, you know, that's violent. That's your you are teaching the children of America that it's okay to not feel sympathy when somebody dies, whether they're a cop or not, you know? And I think that's, and you know, saying that he believes that Antifa should be allowed to hit people because, you know, beliefs are violence. And I think, you know, that's dangerous, you know, because, and again, I agree, I would agree with Mike. I'm a libertarian. I voted stupidly for Gary Johnson this last election, but however, you know, we were out there. We went to D.C. We went to the mother of all rallies. We went to the Juggalo March, and honestly, I mean, there are crazy people. You do hear the stories. It does suck, but you know, not everyone is alt-right, and I will agree, not all liberals are Antifa, but for all the people, there's a lot more screaming for why isn't the alt-right? Why are conservatives condemning, you know, the Nazis? And I don't hear a lot of people, and there's people getting hit on the head and getting beat up unfairly.
Dude, we were in D.C. for the mother of all rallies. Black Lives Matter showed up chanting, and the fucking promoter let them on stage.
Yeah,
let them speak for 10
minutes.
minutes.
Let them talk. Yeah, and then
there's not this. There was no alt-right to be found at that rally. So there's a real major disconnect in the public perception. It's not just in this article. It's in the mainstream. I feel like maybe you might want to not identify, because I will say I identified when we went there as we were there covering it, and we did not we got a bit of a frosty reception. But go to one of these things and don't tell them you're with the press. Just go one time. I'm pretty sure nobody will punch you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but then you got to, okay, listen, if I go to one of these rallies not as a member of the press, it gets real creepy to start asking people questions and writing shit down.
But that's why you just don't do that. You just go and you
That's my
experience
job,
people.
man. That's my job.
But sometimes, but your job is to communicate reality to people. And sometimes, in order to absorb that reality, you just go and you put the pen down for a little bit and you meet people. And you don't necessarily have to remember every detail and pick apart their stories. Just meet people, man. Sometimes you'll find out they're not fucking... I've met some alt-right guys that are okay. I've met some Antifa people that are okay. I'm just saying, sometimes if you're not there to work, you might connect with people a little bit and see that it's not this... You know, because look, people wanted to punch us at both rallies when we said we were covering it for stuff. People don't like the press, dude. But I don't think the right is any inherently more violent than the left. Nobody's covering this recent church shooting.
Well, all right. Well, okay. First of all, I think there's a matter of degree, right? If Antifa drives a car into a crowd and kills people, that'll be a good thought experiment to see how the media covers it. Because then you'd be right? But I will tell you this: I'm not going to a rally as a person. I'm a journalist. I haven't been a person in 25 years. My beef is with. I have two beefs. One is with my profession, and the other is with universities, because I volunteer as an advisor for a student newspaper in South Florida at a public school, 30,000 people, and I just get really. One thing I will agree with you on is I get really bent out of shape by asshole professors that I'm not really cared if they say really dumb shit. The problem is they lord a grade over you. So for at least 16 weeks, you have to listen to their dumb shit with a smile, because that is the most fascist organization in America, is a classroom on a college campus, because there's no way to appeal that grade. That doesn't work. So you have to listen, and even if the class has nothing to do with politics, you have to sit there and take it from somebody. And if they're tenured, they can't even be fired unless they, have sex with a little boy. So that, to me, is the most fascist thing in America, and my beef is mostly with that. I don't care about Juggalo marches. I don't care about where adults decide to congregate on their own to get pissed off because outrage is a hobby these days. Everyone, that's my hobby. I got to go get out my dose of outrage. But I do care about when you're captive and you can't do anything about it. That shit bothers me.
I get it. I mean, I understand that. It's just I just think that there's a lot of people contributing to a perception that isn't accurate, and I think that there's the more that we demonize each other, the more reactionary everybody's going to get, and it's already going in a terrible direction. Like I said, I did enjoy the article, but one of the things that really it fundamentally bothers me more than anything about this article is how much he's getting punched. Maybe everybody needs to fucking cool it.
Yeah,
I have a very punchable face.
Well, to be fair, so do we.
Yeah, dude, trust
We're
me, man.
very punchable.
I came close a couple times in
Yeah,
DC last
yeah,
week. I could
yeah.
feel the heat, but it didn't happen.
What did they scream at you, the mother of all rallies, when you had the press pass? You're part of the problem.
I'm dividing this country.
You're the one dividing this country.
I might have been called Lugan Press. I won't say or deny if I was called that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been called a lot of stuff too. It's not fun, but it's kind of fun. Also,
I once covered a rally. I once covered a rally and someone said, "You're probably remember that Jew media," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I am. I'm Jewish."
Fuck, and I am part of the media. God damn it.
Yeah, they nailed me on that one.
Yeah, you're like, no.
I mean, I guess. I mean, all
So you
right.
just pack your car and leave.
They just leave.
I'm just done. They're on to me.
Fuck. God damn it.
No,
Do you go back to the secret club and the handshakes they accuse you of?
They were nicer at the Juggalo rally. They said to me, and I quote, "Oh, you're one of those guys."
Yes.
So at least they were a little more, on the.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Well, the reason I think I would like to go. I have a friend who covered the Juggalo rally for Vice, and she reported it and it was like really enamored with the whole thing. And I think it's because when you cover rallies from groups that are already judged harshly by the rest of society, they will more empathize with reporters because that's what reporters are. I once went to a furry convention because it was next door to a journalism convention. And me and a bunch of journalists walk in there and we were in journalist mode. Like, how do you have sex in those things? Oh, there's a flap. That's amazing. And we were just talking to them, and they were talking to us, and we just told them we were journalists. We weren't really working on a story, obviously. We were just next door in another hotel. And they were so nice to us because they are ostracized from society as much as journalists are ostracized from society. So to me, covering a rally of any political belief is okay as long as they feel that they are ostracized. What used to happen is nerds used to be great to cover because they felt on the outside of society. Now they run things, and they're the ones that are most likely to punch me.
They have PR people.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Cosplayers have their own PR person, and you're like, come on, you just pretend to be characters other people made up. It's ridiculous. You have 200,000 followers.
No, it's true. I look at everything through the lens of being a journalist because I love to have conversations with people and not judge them, just see what they say. I mean, sometimes it gets really stupid when they say, like the moon landings false, wrestling is real. Those kind of people, I still like talking to them. I'm just not going to vote for them.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's what I was asking you. I wasn't asking you to go and suck Mike Pence's dick. I'm just saying, go to a rally sometime. Be nice, pen down. Have a drink.
We went to the Juggalo rally.
Have a really shitty Bush Light with one of these people. They're all right.
We went to a Juggalo rally, and the one thing I found, well, to be fair, we did show up with Fago. Once you get to know them, they're really nice. They're so used to being made fun of that they're really, really just cool people trying to break the stereotype.
Yeah, they opened up to us, I think, a little bit more than the other folks did. So that was kind of cool. But what did you have anything you want to promote?
Yeah, anything you want to promote?
No, actually, I write a blog that has no advertising, no partnerships agreement, no schema tags, no SEO, no SEM, no nothing, man. I just do it because I don't have cable TV or Netflix, and this is a hobby. So like talking to you and talking to other people is much more fun than watching Game of Thrones.
That's right. Hey, man, thanks for calling in. And what's the website?
No problem. Journoterrorist.com.
Thank you, Michael. We really appreciate it. We're going to post it for you.
Michael Koretsky, member of the Jew Media, and very, very awesome guest. Thanks for coming on, man.
We'll have you on again, bud. Thanks.
Yeah.
That was good.
I like him. I'm not gonna lie. I read the article today, and it was one of those things where I was a little grumpy this morning, and I was like, I don't know, man. I got some points about this, but he told me, the guy's all right. He's got his beliefs.
Right.
He wasn't cunty about it. Like I was kind of like, the part of me was just being like, come on, be smug, motherfucker. And then he was just kind of.
He was great.
He was actually a really cool guy. So, yeah, now we're getting some some connections in the media, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. That media.
He said that you media.
He was
For
great,
the record,
actually.
YouTube, if you're watching these
He
videos
said
or
it.
under review, he said it.
Not us.
And he's one of, the Jewish people that we respect so much here on this program, and we don't want to lose our YouTube money. So please.
CNN Politics,
Thank you.
million-dollar question. How Russians knew how to target Facebook.
Oh, well, fucking probably Pepe profile pictures. Probably the easiest thing. Oh, they like
Anonymous
us.
Facebook accounts linked to Russia spread propaganda through Facebook and other social.
Why is gay George Costanza telling me about Russia?
Why is this guy a news anchor? Guys, we try to do a serious
This is
show.
hard. This is hard.
But how do you... And honestly, the ticker underneath him completely reflects my current feelings. Just blank. I have nothing to... I just don't know what to say to this guy.
Well, let's hear what he has to say. Let's give him a break.
Yeah, let's see what the...
Networking sites targeting
Let's see what
American
the
voters
the gay guy from Modern Family has to say.
Okay. No, that guy has better hair.
for Election Day. Those ads were, in some cases, pro-Trump and anti-Clinton. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg is starting to come to terms with what happened. He has provided information to Special Counsel Robert Mueller.
This guy is so unnatural. He is so unnatural on camera or on a microphone. He's just shouting things at you very effeminately.
Oh, fuck.
President Clinton with anti-Clinton things. More autism, folks.
About to hand over data and ads and information to Congress as well. Here is some of what Zuckerberg said in a Facebook Live video earlier this week.
Here he is. He's your friend.
When someone buys political ads on TV
Bugman! Sorry.
Bugman.
or other media, they're required by law to disclose who paid for them. So we're going to bring Facebook to an...
This man, I know there's
He's
a
not
lot
a
of...
man. He's an alien.
I know there's a lot of jokes. People always have
And
their
we're going to
weird-
say all of them.
And all the fucking great memes of people talking about him getting out of his car and strangling dogs on the highway and stuff.
Hilarious.
And having sex with them. Like, I get it. Mark Zuckerberg, all joking aside, those are not the mannerisms, the look, or the communication skills of a human being person.
No, they're not.
They're just not. Sorry.
Are you saying he's some sort of robot or android?
I'm saying he is a Bugman android robot.
Okay, that's fair.
an even higher standard of transparency.
It's interesting, right? No more anonymity, he says. Zuckerberg says Facebook will make sure you can see who's buying political ads. If a campaign's targeting your mom on Facebook, but not you, you'll still be able to see the ads and find out how people are being influenced.
But it sounds like a massive...
Okay, but what's the problem here? It's the free market, right? And I have to fucking defend Facebook. I hate this. It's the free market, right? First of all, Facebook shouldn't have to show anything to anyone they don't fucking want to. They shouldn't be pressured by anybody. The only reason this is happening is Zuckerberg is looking to fucking angle himself for a presidential run in either 2020 or 2024. That's what's fucking happening. Now, that's why he's doing this, and that's why Twitter is not. I read an article, Twitter were not.
Can't win.
No, I know. But that's what Twitter is saying. So now here's the thing. Doesn't matter what Russians are doing. It's a private corporation influencing. When you guys have commercials on CNN in between this, you're influencing people
when you're trying
to buy things.
When you're trying to sell me gold and dick pills,
Yeah.
I don't fucking complain and bitch and moan that you're beholden to the dick pill, to big dick pill,
Or
the
big-
big dick pill lobby.
or Pfizer, big pharma. Like that's the hypocrisy. That's what bothers me. It's like, so fucking what? They bought ad time. It's a fucking free country, and it doesn't matter what their influences are. They basically treat people, and again, the fucking bigotry of low expectations. They think people are too stupid to understand information when it's presented to them, and they're just going to vote. This is again an extension of we saw earlier the Hillary Clinton "What Happened" 2017 tour.
Costco.
It's just an
Costco
extension
tour.
of it. Yeah, it's just a fucking extension.
Between the toilet paper and the water, where you belong.
Not in the White House, that's for sure.
But Senator Mark Warner, the lead Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, wants to make sure this becomes law, not just voluntary by Facebook, but enforceable law. Warner and fellow Democrat...
Yay, more laws. Those are always great. I love more laws written by incompetent cunts who should have been removed from office 2 fucking terms ago.
Hey, remember when they were saying that evil corporations, liberals a few years ago, were just controlling the government? And now they're fucking praising more corporations like Facebook affecting the government and what happens.
I'm over it. I'm over it. Just let the fucking warm waves of fascism take us away.
Klobuchar are proposing legislation that would force Facebook and Twitter and others to keep public records of political ads. I spoke with Warner earlier in his first interview about the effort. Senator, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Brian.
Facebook's...
Okay, are we going to talk about his dentures and how fake they are, or we're just going to ignore this gentleman's dentures and how fake they are?
Says it's going to go ahead and voluntarily implement this kind of disclosure. That's what Mark Zuckerberg announced a few days ago. Is that enough voluntary disclosure by Facebook?
Well, listen, I'm glad that Facebook has finally stepped forward. 10 months ago, I started raising this issue. 10 months ago, Facebook was saying, hey.
That top line of choppers, it just ain't lining up.
It's
with that
not
bottom
working.
Line. That is one fucking, that is a majestic set of teeth right there.
Yeah.
What did Rich Voss have to say?
That's crazy. There was no Russian interference. There was no Russian involvement. What we've seen now, there was dramatic Russian involvement.
What we've seen is a tough fucking phrase for him with those teeth. Yeah. He was like, what we've seen. It was a tough one, man. You got to get them lips over.
Come on, Senator Warner. Let's see what else you got.
In terms of paid advertising, as well as these so-called fake accounts, and we still don't know the total number of...
I mean, like all the fake bot accounts that were retweeting Hillary and saying "you go girl," and there was just a list of them that, like the ones that Hillary bought, things like that.
Yeah, those niggas' eyebrows look like brush you start a campfire with.
Oh my god! And by the way, can I say, the Freeze King of America strikes again.
He really does.
It
look like
is
a dummy.
Just.
Has anybody seen my friend Sarah Huckabee Sanders? We all hang out together.
Senator Schumer said, if I'm good, my daughter could be a comedian too.
And they're still
fake
waiting
accounts.
on that prophecy.
I don't think we know the full extent of the Russian advertising. I'm glad that Facebook has finally stepped forward.
But why is Russia not allowed to advertise on Facebook? It's a global corporation.
Because Russia, bro.
Oh, okay.
Interference, Putin, hackers.
Those are just words.
Whatevs. You don't understand democracy and how to live in it.
Don't I, though?
You don't. See, the thing is, America's a democracy. And
I wish they would have stepped forward much earlier. We will be, the proof of how thorough Facebook will be in the coming weeks. We've not received any of their information yet. They will disclose that to us next week. We want to try to find a way to make some of those ads and other information public, because at the end of the day, this is really about the public's.
It's making it public to add to the sideshow to make sure Trump doesn't pass anything else, and just to add to the fucking shit, even though it has nothing to do with the election, even though it didn't affect the election, even though the fucking hard truth is that the election was only affected by one thing, and that was that a terrible candidate ran. And literally anybody else would have probably beat Trump, and you ran the worst person. And not only did you run it, you allowed her to cheat, let somebody else who would have probably won it.
No, it was all James Comey. It was all that guy's fault. Comey.
It's not just James Comey's fault.
James Comey. And it was also Obama's fault for not supporting her more on the campaign trail, and the women who voted for Trump, and the needy Latinos, and the predatory blacks. And who else does Hillary hate?
Didn't she yell at Brian Williams, and also who's the other guy?
Julian Assange.
Julian Assange's fault. Who else? Matt Lauer.
Matt
Lauer's fault.
Bernie's fault. Well, we already went.
We said Bernie Sanders' fault.
I don't know. Probably Tim Kaine.
Tim Kaine, you're right.
Probably mad at Wasserman Schultz. Yeah, it's everybody's fault. It's never her fault. How does Bill? No wonder Bill looks like a lizard sunning himself on a rock now. Like he's just giving up the ghost. Can you imagine the joyless hell that guy lives in? Poor Bill.
Well, apparently the AP's take on Weiner's sentence, which we talked about yesterday, is Hillary's the actual victim.
Ooh, Weiner.
since we're talking about Hillary.
He
As the
showed it to an
Associated
underage
Press,
girl.
AP Wire reported live from the New York City federal courtroom in which Anthony Weiner was sentenced to 21 months in prison Monday, defeated presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, featuring prominently in their coverage. The 6-year salacious scandal that saw Weiner, the former Democratic congressman from New York, departed from office, decisively defeated in New York City. Mayoral election, finally a defendant in a sex crimes trial, began through the efforts of Breitbart News founder Andrew Breitbart in 2011. When the sexual deviance drenched saga reached its seems conclusion Monday, with Weiner due to report for federal prison this November, the AP referred to it as the sexing scandal that some blame for Hillary Clinton's presidential loss.
Oh, yeah. Him too and his wife and all them. Forgot it was their fault too. Maybe your fault for having a pedo around.
No, it's... Hold on. Did you not hear Hillary just say that it's the media's fault? And also, she claimed that it's women's fault because men told them Hillary's going to go to jail, and women were stupid, according to her, and just do what their men say.
That's fair, though. Isn't that fair?
I'm not saying it's
this
not
woman's
fair.
being reasonable. You guys are the ones being jerks.
So,
what happened? I'll tell you what happened, lady. You lost the election. Go away.
Oh, Mersh Levin's here.
Everyone wants you out of here, lady. Tired of this woman all the time with this just bop, 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 bop all the time. You lost. Get over it. Stop being a sore loser. We'll be back. A little bit more. Mark Levin Show. Coming back. I'm going to hate Mark Levin so much.
By the way, your prediction yesterday was wrong. All the Dallas Cowboys took a knee, and then they stood up for the anthem.
Yep, and Ezekiel Elliott did not get memo points either.
You think it's because his knees got hurt when he took a knee here?
Yeah, probably. So God hates America.
Here you go.
And God hates me.
There's Jerry Jones kneeling with them.
I don't.
And then they stood up.
Stupid ass.
Did you watch Monday Night Virtue Signaling?
They cost me my fucking thing, man. Oh no, they didn't. Sorry. Good God. God bless America's team, everybody. Woo! Ezekiel Elliott with 16.4 points. Holy shit. Never mind. I've turned around on these boys. They're all right. I stand with them.
It really seems like you're easily swayed.
Oh,
because
God.
he's on your fantasy
When I
team.
win, when I go 3-0 because of 172 to 171, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, America's team.
Well,
appreciate it. I thought I lost.
This just in, Republicans say that they're not going to push anymore to repeal Obamacare this year, and they're going to wait till next year.
Oh, good. You know, because they got to be exhausted from all that work they do.
Name some of the bills they've passed, please.
The Patriot Act?
No, dude, that's like in 2001.
Megan's Law?
Again, that was many years ago.
The fucking the finance one, the McCain one,
brain tumor. Senate Republicans are now pushing back their goal of repealing and replacing Obamacare until fiscal year 2019, killing a last-ditch attempt to deliver on their long-held campaign promise before the end of the month.
Well, you know,
Lindsey Graham and Bill Cassidy announced during the weekly Republican.
They're so busy though. So do it next year. There's only 3 months left of not working left that we have to get before we can work again.
But Obamacare's repeal vote is likely now at least a year away, since the Senate can use special procedure called reconciliation, which allows legislation to move forward with just 50 votes. Only one time per fiscal year. Republican senators exiting the meeting said the tax reform would likely be the only reconciliation bill of the next fiscal year, which begins October 1st.
So we're just going to sit around, folks, watch the country burn, let these anti-fuck cucks keep throwing battery acid around, keep following Richard Spencer to rallies with guns. We're doing fine, but we can't even get fucking Obamacare repealed. Can't get the wall built. Can't get DACA repealed. Can't get anything done. God bless the U.S. of A. And you guys were worried Trump was going to ruin everything. Well, can't apparently do anything.
So don't worry about it. And by the way, he's going to win again. And when he does, nothing's going to get done. So this great experiment is just going to be 8 years of nothing unless someone gets their fucking act together. Because at this point,
Oh, say, can you see?
Should we stand?
I'm taking a knee. After all this
Are you
news,
taking a knee?
I'm taking a knee.
Mersh is taking a knee.
By the gods. I'm going to stretch.
He's stretching.
Pulling a LaShawn McCoy.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap up,
No,
guys.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
I just said it.
I don't want it.
I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what you want. It's time to wrap up. Guys, we're still waiting to see if we're monetized. I don't know if that's going to happen. So why don't you do us a favor and donate to patreon.com/we're not sorry. All right?
Help us, help us remain our old independent selves.
Please.
And not have to cuck to sponsors and live reads.
We
and
would
all that
prefer
stuff.
not to do that.
So please help us out. Patreon.com/we're not sorry. Revenge of the Sis, episode 13 in the can.
And if you really want to help, go on iTunes and review us. And share the video all over the place.
Yeah.
We want as many new listeners as you can. People that would like it.
All likes and reviews and shares really help us more than you can imagine.
Yes, it
Please
breaks
help
that algorithm from Bugman. Thank you, guys. And we will be back, I believe, next Monday. Am I correct by saying that, Mike?
More than likely.
More than likely. All right, guys. We're out of here.
Slow.